Hello ladies and gents, this video is going to be partially a response to SpinnerNet, because I was going to mention this topic anyway, and then I'll do my top 10 big men of all time. First of all, the No Way Out Elimination Chamber name change situation. I'm really starting to think that WWE Creative is run by 10-year-olds. I mean, no disrespect to 10-year-olds, of course, no disrespect. I mean, the world needs John Cena and Batista fans too, but the name changes are just starting to get so ridiculous. I mean, seriously. Oh, we're so creative. Look at us. We're gonna name the pay-per-view after the match that is featured in the pay-per-view. Let's name it Hell in a Cell in TLC and Elimination Chamber. Oh my, you lucky charms. Oh, well, apparently all creative is leprechauns too, but they're just... There it is. Sorry, it don't make sense. That's why Hornswoggle's been in WWE so long. That's why Hornswoggle was Vince's son. It just makes sense. It's because they're all leprechauns. They're helping one another out. They're helping their native son, Hornswoggle. That's why he's been around so long. It's because creative is leprechauns. That's why they can't stand up to Vince McMahon. Because they really can't stand up to Vince McMahon. Oh my god, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. Anyway, onto my idea of a pay-per-view. I mean, just hear me out here. So, I'm gonna be a member of WWE Creative for a second here for you guys. Alright, here's my idea. We're gonna have a pay-per-view where all the main event matches are singles matches, okay? And we'll call it WWE Pinfall or Submission or Disqualification or Countout. Brilliant, right? I mean, come on. Oh, I'm so smart. I work for WWE Creative. Wow. Great. What an idea. But on to the countdown. My top 5 worst Giants is going to be in the description box. I haven't been able to make a video where I could incorporate that and get under 10 minutes. But my top 5 worst are in the description box. As far as my top 10 super heavyweights, the criteria of why I picked them is in the description box too. I mean the criteria for the top 10. Number 10, I put Yokozuna. I mean, the guy had the WWE title 2 times. He had a short run, but I mean, God rest his soul. I mean, one of the greatest Samoan wrestlers of all time with that other guy, Jimmy Snuka, and, what's his name? I can't remember. Brock, no, not Brock, it's something, The Rock, oh, The Rock, yeah, the guy, that guy that's not a legend, I forgot. He's no legend, folks. He is no legend. Anyway. Number 9, Bam Bigelow, the Beast from the East, WWE, 1989 to 1995, main event at WrestleMania, although it was with LT, but you and I haven't main event at WrestleMania, so, had a run with ECW, had one of the most memorable ECW matches of all time with Taz, where he fell back on him, and they went through the ring. I believe it was the first time that ever happened. It was at Living Dangerously in Asbury Park. In his hometown, so that was probably pretty cool for Bam Bam. He won the TV title there. And then had a run with WCW, big run in Japan. He was pretty much everywhere in the 90s, and probably one of the best wrestlers on the countdown. Like as far as in-ring is concerned. Number 8, I put Kevin Nash. Not a big Kevin Nash fan, but you gotta give the guy his due. I mean, he held the WWE title for almost a year as Diesel. Really carried WCW for a while. You might say he killed WCW too, but that's up for debate. But Kevin Nash definitely deserves his spot on this countdown. Number 7, I put The Big Show. Has pretty much held every WWE title there is. Held the WCW title a couple times as a Giant. The only problem with him is that I don't think he's ever really gotten over like a lot of promoters have wanted him to, but the guy has always been a main event guy. It's just never been a guy that you could see making, like, drawing a lot of money. But Big Show definitely a big time player for a long time. And definitely athletic for his size. I mean, being 7 foot 500 pounds, especially the beginners for Number 6, excuse me. Sycho Sid Vicious, a guy that was over pretty much everywhere he went. Had a few runs in WWE. Main evented a couple WrestleManias with Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker. Separately, obviously. This is a guy that drew wherever he pretty much went. WCW had a run. He had the WCW title for a few times. Just a guy that you could count on. He was a solid guy. A solid guy that came in, did his job. He was a big man. He was there. Everyone, people liked him. People reacted to him. One of the first guys that was a heel that got cheered. So, I mean, definitely deserves his spot in history. Sycho Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, number 6. Number 5, I put the Ultimate Warrior. Basically, this list is of people 6'8" or over, or 300 pounds or over. Ultimate Warrior might fit in that criteria, maybe not. It's debatable. He's around 280, 290, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal. But he definitely deserves a spot. I mean, he wasn't that great in the ring, obviously. He's probably the worst in-ring guy on this list. Not very much respect in the locker room, but the guy was so far over that you just have to put him here. I mean, the guy was over, way, way over. So, just gotta give him his respect. Number 4, Andre the Giant, 8th wonder of the world. 70s, he was the face of wrestling. Yeah, there's really nothing you can say about him. WrestleMania 3 main event with Hogan. I mean, it's Andre. That's all you can say. Number 3, Big Van Vader. Pretty much carried WCW single-handedly or double-handedly, or would be quadruple-handedly. I don't know, but he carried WCW with Sting in the early 90s. They had some great matches. He held the WCW title, I think it was 3 times. Held the IWGP title 3 times. I think he's held it more than any American has ever held that title. Definitely one of the best wrestlers on this list. I mean, for 450 pounds from the Rocky Mountains, a big, powerful guy. He was pretty much a stereotypical bully, and people really were drawn to that with his flexing and and just all the sounds and movements. It was so over the top that people bought into it. I know I'm a big Vader fan, so. And his run in WWE was alright, but it doesn't damper his career, in my opinion. It doesn't damper his legacy at all. Number 2 or number 1, you can interchange it. You can interchange these guys, honestly. This is my opinion. Obviously, you have your own. But these 2 particularly, you could probably interchange either one. 2 or 1, however you want to put it, Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan. I mean, it's Hulk Hogan. The guy, the 80s, he was the guy. He created wrestling, or so he says. But he was one of the big guys that brought wrestling into the mainstream. Main event in WrestleMania after WrestleMania. I mean, not the best in the ring, not the most popular in the internet wrestling community, but granted, the guy could cut a promo. The guy had some good matches. The guy was just was unbelievably over. Had a great heel run in WCW too. So, I mean, I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan, but I give him his respect, even though he asks for it a little too often. But Hulk Hogan, number 2 or number 1, however you want to say it. And then number 1 or number 2, The Undertaker. Call me a mark, whatever. But the guy is the best in-ring guy on this list, for sure. Psychology-wise, mic skill-wise, I mean, the guy could cut a promo. Granted, some of his characters didn't really allow him to do that, but it's not based on his talent, it's based on his gimmick. The guy he's been over since he pretty much came in the 90s, in 1990. So, I mean, he's pretty much been on top from day one. He's been in the WWE for almost 20 years now, so definitely got the longevity. He has the backstage respect, unbelievably. Everyone respects him backstage. I don't think anyone is more respected than The Undertaker. So, that's my top 10. Let me know what you think. And give me your top 10 if you want, and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you guys later. Look out for another video coming soon.